Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am literally so excited you're here right now because today we've got an amazing topic. We are looking at the exact blueprint for building the ultimate, totally unstoppable super team. Think about it. Whether you're playing a sport, tackling a huge group project for school, or just hanging out playing video games with your friends, being part of a really great team, well, it's the absolute best feeling in the world. But, keeping that team together, yeah, it's not always a walk in the park. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever had a super silly argument with a friend or a teammate? Or maybe someone you know really, really wanted to be the boss of a game? We've all been there. Honestly, arguing over the rules, getting upset because someone won't pass the ball, fighting over who gets to be the captain, all of that can take a super fun time and just ruin it instantly. It completely breaks the team apart. But what if there was a guaranteed way to stop that from happening? Let's look at Section 1, the secret to peace, and exactly how we stop the arguing. Believe it or not, there is actually a secret ingredient that completely transforms how we treat each other. It takes a group of totally frustrated arguing kids and turns them into this peaceful, highly functioning super team. We find the playbook for this in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 12. It says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long-suffering, forbearing one another in love. Now, what's really interesting here is how practical this is for our everyday lives. Lowliness and meekness. That just means we aren't bragging or acting like we're better than anybody else. And long-suffering, that's just a big fancy word for being super, super patient. So when we're gentle and patient with our teammates and we don't snap at them when they mess up, we're literally using the ultimate playbook for peace. Our guidebook actually gives a specific name to this playbook. It's called Christlike Love, and it's defined as a love that blends heart with heart, bringing all followers into harmony and unity. I want you to imagine Christlike love as this super strong invisible magnet. It pulls all of our hearts together so tightly that we absolutely cannot be broken apart by silly little arguments. When we have this kind of love, we aren't just a random group of kids playing a game anymore. Our hearts are actually blended together into one incredibly awesome unit. Let's break down how this works by comparing the old way with the new way. The old way is alienation and strife. Honestly, that's just a textbook way of saying arguing and leaving people out. That's what always happens when everyone just wants to be the boss. But the new way? That's harmony and unity. That means working together in perfect peace. So how do we get from that messy old way to the awesome new way? Well, the Holy Spirit is given to us to completely transform our minds and our character. God's truth literally changes how we think, shifting us entirely from arguing to perfect teamwork. Moving right along to Section 2. The ultimate example, Jesus' self-sacrificing love. Listen, if you want to be on a super team, you need an amazing team captain to look up to, right? Well, Jesus is literally the ultimate team captain, and this brilliantly illustrates how his example builds unity. Let's walk through the steps. Step 1. Jesus expresses infinite love by giving his life for the world. That is the ultimate sacrifice for the team. Step 2. His disciples, his followers, really begin to understand this self-sacrificing love. And step 3, all alienation and strife, all that constant arguing and fighting, it just stops. Think about the powerful logic here. If we truly, deeply understood what Jesus sacrificed for us and just how much he loves us, we would never, ever want to fight with each other again. Actually, scratch that. We couldn't fight with each other. How could we possibly argue over a silly game when our captain gave absolutely everything for us? And when we finally grasp that incredible love, it completely changes how we act on the outside. Unselfish work actually gives us credentials to the world. Now, what does that mean? Well, think of a credential like an official badge or an ID card that proves exactly who you are. When we practice the truth, when we're kind, and when we work unselfishly for the good of the team, it acts like this giant, glowing badge. It proves to the whole world that God really did send his son. Our amazing teamwork and love become the actual, undeniable proof that Jesus' love is real. Okay, Section 3, different talents, one team. Everyone has a job to do. Now, you might be wondering, but wait, we're all so different. How does this work? Listen, that isn't a problem at all. It's actually our absolute greatest strength. First off, we don't all have the same talents. Maybe you are super fast, maybe your friend is a genius at solving puzzles, and maybe another friend is just a really great listener. Second, to every person is given their own unique work. Third, we are all dependent on Christ our head. He's the coach organizing the entire team. And fourth, we grow strong by associating with one another. Simply being together makes us stronger. Think about it for a second. If a football team was made up of 11 quarterbacks, they would lose every single game. You absolutely need all those different talents working together to actually win. Think of our teamwork kind of like a giant pie chart. Your talents, that's one slice, making up about a third. My talents are another slice, another third. And their talents make up the rest. Individually, we just have one piece of the pie. We literally can't do it all on our own. But when you add everyone's different talents together, boom, it equals 100% of the master's work. We absolutely depend on each other's unique skills to complete the mission. Which brings us to section 4, no more arguing, the victory of perfect peace. So the crucial point is this. What's the final spectacular result when we blend our hearts together and combine our different talents with Christlike love? Well, it happens when the heart is imbued with the Spirit of Christ. Now, pause. Imbued is such a fantastic word. It basically means completely filled up. Think of a sponge that is just totally soaked with water. When we let the Holy Spirit completely fill us up like that, a massive transformation takes place on our team. And we are given 3 absolutely amazing promises of what happens next. Let's look at them one by one. Promise number 1, no quarreling. That's right. All those silly arguments, the bickering over who gets the best controller, fighting over who gets to stand at the very front of the line, they completely disappear. No way, right? But it's true. When your heart is totally full of Christ-like love, you just don't want to fight anymore. You actually want your teammates to be happy just as much as you want to be happy. Promise number 2, no seeking supremacy. Now, supremacy means trying to be the supreme ruler or trying to be the absolute best at everyone else's expense. When we have the Spirit of Christ, no one is trying to be the boss or trying to prove they are somehow better than their teammates. You are just completely happy to play your part, whether that's a big starring role or a quiet behind-the-scenes part, because you know your piece of the pie is vital to the whole team. And promise number 3, no striving to be reigning lords. So a reigning lord is basically a dictator. Someone who constantly bosses everyone around and tells them exactly what to do. Nobody likes playing with a reigning lord, right? It completely ruins the team vibe. When we are filled with Jesus' love, we immediately stop trying to control people, and instead we start serving them and helping them. And this brings us to the grand finale, universal harmony and perfect peace. We are promised that when we actually live out these Christian principles, being kind, working unselfishly, using our unique talents together, and letting the Holy Spirit completely fill our hearts, it produces this beautiful universal oneness. It literally takes a bunch of completely different individuals and transforms them into an unstoppable, peaceful, and totally united super team. So, as we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with a really thought-provoking question. What special talent can you use today to bring perfect peace to your team? Seriously, think about it for a second. You have a completely unique gift, a very special piece of that teamwork pie. How can you use it today to stop an argument, show some kindness, and blend hearts together? It's been so incredibly fun diving into this with you all. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Now, go out there, be an awesome teammate, and I'll see you next time.